Hey guys, my name is Simpzy. How are you all doing? Welcome back to some more Empire Total War Darthmod. We're playing as Austria, so let's get back into the campaign now. During the end turn phase, the United Provinces declared war on me, and we're going to be fighting them today just outside Cologne with Frederick, one of my best commanders. Now, if you haven't gone and watched the last episode, highly recommend you do. We managed to take Berlin from the Prussians. Now, it's interesting to see that I have not declared war on one faction, yet I was declared war on by Westphalia, destroyed them. Declared war on by Poland and Lithuania, destroyed them. And now we're fighting the Prussians and the Dutch as well. So, we currently have two stacks here besieging Hanover with Karl. Hopefully we can take that. We do have Burkhard-Romberg at Berlin. Got another full stack at Warsaw with Franz. And we have another army being recruited here with Joseph at Vienna. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5 stacks here. Now, diplomacy-wise, I did remake my alliance with Great Britain. So renegotiate. So we're currently allies with Great Britain, Sweden, and Russia. We're at war with Prussia and the United Provinces, which I don't particularly mind. We'll be able to smash them. Great Britain does have an embargo on them, I think. Are the United Provinces at war with England? Yeah, they are. So we're going to be able to push on to Amsterdam. Now, the thing about the Dutch is they have Ceylon. They have a couple of overseas territories that I wouldn't mind gobbling up, to be honest. Now, let's go to the East Indies for a minute. Now, you do know I have a fleet here getting trade. Now, unfortunately, there's been a glitch here. I sent another navy over to the East Indies, but they're stuck. They're stuck on this Maratha Confederacy fleet. Now, I can't actually declare war and win, but for some reason I can't move. Like, you can hear me ferociously clicking. So I can't move them. So this full stack of fleet is going to have to be scrapped, which sucks, but it's stuck there and I can't use them. But hey, it might actually boost up my economy a little bit more. Now, maybe I should be continuing to recruit a lot more. What can we sort of recruit in these settlements? Are there any like specific Polish units, just out of curiosity? No, how much are we making per turn? 9,000, right. A couple of interesting developments. Russia has taken Stockholm in Sweden. So all my Swedish subscribers, I'm sure you're absolutely gutted about that one. I would be. The Ottomans have taken a settlement here. But the Swedish are absolutely pillaging and raping the Danish coastline, of course. Now, we are recruiting an army here. Maybe I should just put it into my economy. I'm sort of repairing as many troops as possible as well, if we can. We'll worry about it later. So, let's actually fight today against the United Provinces, the Dutch. Right, let's fight this one on the field, of course. So, we're coming up against their general. My general outranks them, Frederick. We have a couple of infantry here. Swiss infantry. So they have 3 units of cavalry. I have 2 artillery. The rest line infantry. Oh, I don't actually have any of my own cavalry. Right, that could be a problem. But my line infantry should be able to go toe-to-toe with theirs. These are just stock standard lines. They've got 110 range, 7 melee, 14 defense, accuracy 35. So just looking at their infantry, we got the same age. They have better accuracy. We have better melee attack and defense. But let's fight this one on the field. Our first battle against the United Provinces. I'm not entirely sure why they pushed out to Cologne. Maybe they wanted me to fight them on the field. I'm feeling quite comfortable that I can beat them. If not, no matter. We still have, 5 stacks over on the eastern half of my empire. But yeah, let me know in the comment section down below where I think I should where you think I should expand. Obviously, I do want to finish off the Dutch now because I quite like a lot of their territories. I really wanted to focus not just on the European theatre, I want to focus on the Americas, but I don't know. Maybe when we start getting in a bit more of a favourable position with these wars, we can send a full stack over. Right, okay. Let's follow you there. Artillery unlimber. Have we got any sort of high ground on my sides? No, not really. So we'll just basically put my artillery back here, because they're going to get a pretty decent line of sight over the top. Anyway, they're not going to hit shrubbery or anything. That's what I'm worried about. No, we should be right. Right, let's move Frederick over here. Where is he? I might get him out of the bushes. But here he is. Frederick, one of my best commanders. The Austrian line infantry. I want to push up and engage them as quickly as possible. So, what have we got here? Oh, okay, right. Huh, I didn't actually notice that. There's a slight grey tinge, if you can see, and it's the difference between militia and our line infantry. So we actually have a lot more militia than what I thought. We still are favoured to win, and I still think we can prevail. Alright, let's see where the Dutch are deploying. So they have... Okay, most of their infantry there. They have a small engagement of grenadiers there. But most of them are clustering on the hill. Right, we're going to get my artillery to focus their shots there. Just trying to hit their back infantry there. Right, so most of these guys here actually are overlapping a bit. Right, so I'm going to push up, of course. So I might even just get these guys. I'll just hang on. I'll group these guys here into their own separate thing. And then we'll push straight up. Right. Then get these guys. I'm going to go for these guys to get a pretty heavy flank going on, I reckon. Right, everyone to double time as well. Move! Cannons! Here we go. That's a nice shot. Boom! Managed to take out a couple. Right, so it looks like they are reforming. Maybe we can push up and take the high ground a little bit more. Not entirely sure what they're trying to do. They are reforming. Getting their cannons off. Right, fire into those cannons. Hit that cluster that's sort of forming. Yeah, keep bombarding there though. Right, these guys should be automatically firing at will. They've actually charged me there. Right, we're going to absolutely roast that unit there. So I want to swing these guys around. I've even got a unit of infantry that I didn't even use. Oh, shit. Right, let's engage them. Get these guys to swing as much as possible. Right, fight them. What's happening here? Not much. Infantry! Line infantry! Take aim! Man, that's a pretty sort of... just charge in there, I reckon. Swing around there. Alright, we're buckling them. That's their general unit. Going to a sword mode, try run them down. Alright, what's happening on this right flank? It doesn't look as favourable as I would like. Right, charge into melee mode there. Try run them down. Right, what's sort of happening here now then? Get my artillery to focus on that unit. Yep, so we're getting... Right, okay, what I want to do, get into a sword engagement and go this side, right? Then these guys just form up here and then fire at that other unit. Right, we killed their enemy general. Looked a little bit hairy there, but we should be right. Right, try to break that unit there. What annoys me is these guys, they don't always run all the time. They should be automatically on a run. Maybe because I'm not double clicking enough. Fall up this way. Right, what's happening here now then? Hit them from behind. Hit them. Get these guys to go into a sword and melee engagement. It's going to be a pretty decent couple of volleys here. So this is the Swiss infantry. See if we get some cool cinematic shots. Awesome. Alright, what's happening here now then? The engagement has sort of changed. Alright, so hit the Dutch there then. We've broken that Swiss line here, so let's peel up. You guys can get even further around there. Perfect, so we've broken them there. Alright, form up here. We might even be able to get into a decent cover position, to be honest. Like back there. Everyone should be running. We've got a couple of really strong infantry just holding on. Gotta give it to the Dutch now. Holding on to the final wire. Okay, so they're getting into position, some of them. These guys are going to get some nice cover shots on. Meanwhile, these guys are flanking quite significantly. Cannons, I feel like there's probably more friendly fire at the moment, so we're going to halt and disable your fire at will. Okay, there's a unit here we can engage. Right, get you. Okay, you're already hitting them. You hit them there. We're slowly but surely surrounding the last of them there. I really don't mind gunfire. It's actually not too bad, some of these line infantry battles. They're quite enjoyable. It's good to mix it up a bit on Total War, to be honest. I do prefer... Oh, that guy just got his head lopped off. Come on, if we can get a volley off while they're charging. Maybe not. Right, let's start speeding things up. We've got them on the back foot now. There's only a couple of units here that haven't. Right, so we're charging them into melee, are we? Just to break them. what's happening over there? We broke them there. We had a unit even running them down. We absolutely roasted them. Swing around here. Actually, don't do that. Go back into light infantry, try to break them down. Just seeing absolutely roasted. You can see the little ammunition flyer. Right, let's end the battle there. A heroic victory, apparently. Mind you, I did come with a lot of militia. That sort of changed my odds a bit, but a decent battle, a decent first battle against the United Provinces. Victory. So we deployed 6,512. We lost 1,825. The Dutch deployed 2,478. And lost a hell of a lot on the field, of course. So they had been pushed south of Cologne. They've been pushed back to Strasbourg, it looks like. So we're going to try run them down as best we can. I would like to replenish as well. We're currently besieging Hanover. So I want to do a save after that battle. And let's take them out. Demand surrender. An easy order resolve if I do say so myself. So we've taken Hanover. Let's repair. Because it is a Protestant region, I might exempt them from tax. Just so I can quickly move my armies out. But I want to see if I can move, like, actually I'll just go down here. I just want to show you how mighty Austrian kingdom, of course. It's slowly being forged, which is absolutely fantastic. Right, so we're still at war with, obviously, the United Provinces and Prussia. Prussia only has West Prussia and East Prussia, I'm pretty sure. I'll just double check just in case they got gifted a territory in the Americas. So it's slowly turning into this sort of, yeah. I was going to say West versus East, but it's not really happening, to be honest. Not that much. Right. How much infantry do we have? So we've taken Hanover. I wouldn't mind pushing on Amsterdam, though. So we are getting a -7 steel. That's pretty insane. I am repairing, of course. I want to push upon West and East Prussia. I might wait for another army to come up. I also want to push upon Amsterdam just in case Great Britain actually takes it, because Amsterdam is a pretty decent settlement, and we're going to have most of Central Europe, which would be fantastic. So we'll give it until we get this full stack here in Vienna before we push upon. Right, before we push upon the last of the Prussians. So the Dutch have a couple of armies here and there, just outside Hanover, north of Cologne. I was probably going to get those two armies at Hanover anyway to push upon the Dutch. Quickly wipe out these two armies. Repair what they raided. Copenhagen would be a pretty good settlement as well. Okay, we have a missionary in Poland. Right, send you over to Berlin and Hanover. Right, a couple sites that have been raided, of course. Don't cost too much to repair, but it's just a bit of a pain in the ass, to be honest. Right, let's quickly move you back up there. Let's intercept these pesky little Dutch. Victory, 136 lost, and Frederick absolutely roasted them. Right, fucking wrecked. Alright, let's run down the Dutch here. I didn't actually see how good that army was, yeah. Oh, we have reinforcements anyway. It's fine. We'll start besieging Amsterdam soon. Once we start replenishing. So it's actually not too bad at Hanover, to be honest. Is there another region I can oh, we can move you into Cologne while you replenish. We'll chuck these other 2 line infantry into this army. Alright, let's replenish, of course. I thought, oh, there's one. I thought there was room. I didn't realize there wasn't that, like, enough. We'll just chuck you here then. Alright, continue to repair your units. My main army with Burkhard, Romberg. Even though my best general is Frederick over here, can push against Prussia, I think. So we've only got 3 more slots left. Just go with the full fire from the recruitment depot. But what are we sort of coming up against here in Prussia? Should we push against East Prussia or West Prussia first? Huh, I'm just looking. Right, I did want to recruit a bigger fleet. So let's get some more 5th rates, because I did have to destroy a fucking fleet beforehand, which is annoying. But, hey, whatever, you gotta do what you gotta do. When the game glitches out, I might actually... Can we take that Prussian fort? We can. It might be actually a good idea to take that and hold up in it. And we'll swing this other army. Maybe start raiding, try to bring them out. Right, what's the public order here? Still minus 11 from the lower class. I am exempting them from tax. Shit. I do have missionaries coming over to convert the populace. Alright, let's do a end turn and we'll fall up with our other army. I do have missionaries coming. But guys, if you still are enjoying this Empire Total War Darthmod campaign, playing as the Austrians, I'd really appreciate it if you could hit that like button. Helps me out a bunch. Exposes me to new subscribers. It's a great way for me to gauge as well if you still are enjoying the series or not. And yeah, if you want to subscribe, you're most welcome to, if you haven't already. Social media links, rather said. I said that weirdly, I think, are in the description below. Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Highly recommend it if you want to stay connected with me. And especially Twitter if you don't want to miss a video. Just sort of, I don't know, trying to... what's the word? I can't think of the word. Vent? No, it's not vent, it's not rant. I don't know. I'm just trying to keep up a conversation while the boring Ottoman turn time is stuck. Which does happen from time to time. Darthmod as well, if you haven't played it, highly recommend you do. It basically makes Empire a new game. Shit. It's because I think I know why it's going so long now, because I moved a spy to Istanbul. Now, the problem is with the Ottomans, there is a dodgy bit of land here, and they always seem to fall heaps and heaps of units, and they always seem to spawn here. So, I'm going to move my spy straight out of Istanbul, but maybe destroying the Ottomans, it gets rid of their turn time, of course. Alright, so move you the fuck out of here then. I might actually move you. I had a spy going to Athens. Right. Let's have a look at my technologies. Is there everyone researching something? Yeah. Okay, how are we sort of going with our replenishments? Slowly but surely. Right, let's move this army up. Let's push upon West and East Prussia. Right, let's start besieging. Continue. Let's move this army out. Right. Let's now then, do I think I can march upon Amsterdam? Now I want to give Frederick the best army as possible, even though he doesn't have that good of one. This is a good army though. What about this other one here? Just sort of eyeing up which one sort of has the best chevrons. Amsterdam has a reasonable force, so we can actually push upon them, but I might actually wait a little while longer just to help our replenishments. So we have 3 stacks here, 3 stacks here. How much are we getting per? I want to make another stack, to be honest, so we can maybe send this one overseas if we're lucky. Because if we're still at war with the Dutch, we can take Ceylon. This is the Marathons, this isn't the Dutch, no. What other overseas territories do the Dutch have? Ceylon, and then a couple of settlements in the Americas. I might try and gobble them up as quickly as possible once we take Amsterdam. But guys, I'm going to end the video here. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to go out and have a fantastic rest of your day. Yeah. Take care of yourselves. Stay tuned for more content on Simpzy Total War. Goodbye.